The first one is implicit type conversion and the second one is explicit type conversion. In C, we can mix constant and variables of different types in an expression. That means in single expression, we can use integer variable and also float variable. This type of expression is automatically converts any intermediate values to the proper type, so the expression can be evaluated without losing any significance. This automatic conversion is known as implicit type conversion. So basically here conversion is done automatically. During evaluation, it follows very strict rules of type conversion. If the operands are of different types, for example, operands are integer and float, the lower type is automatically converted to the higher type before the operation proceeds. The result is of the higher type. So here integer is lower type and float is of higher type. So the calculation of integer and float number will result in floating number. So in given example, after adding integer value and floating, the answer will be in floating number. Following are the sequence of rules that are applied while evaluating expression. So all short and char are automatically converted to int. That means if you use short and char data in expression, these data types will be converted into int in the result. So here we have declared a variable as short and b variable as character. So if you try to add a plus b, the result will be in integer, because as per our rules, short and character will be automatically converted into integer. First one, if one of the operand is long double, the other will be converted to long double and the result will be long double. That means in expression, if long double integer is there, then the final result will be long double. So in given example, we have declared integer, float and long double. So in calculation part, a plus b minus c, in that long double is there, so the answer will be in long double. Second one, else if one of the operand is double, the other will be converted to double and the result will be double. So in example, we have declared a and c as integer and b as double. So after calculating, answer will be converted into double. Third one, else if one of the operand is float, the other will be converted to float and the result will be float. So in example, we have declared a as integer, c as short and b as float. So while calculating, because short is present, float is present, that means answer will be in floating number. Fourth one, else if one of the operand is unsigned long int, the other will be converted to unsigned long int and the result will be unsigned long int. So in given example, we have declared variable a as unsigned long int and c as short. Because unsigned long int is present, so the answer will be in unsigned long int. Fifth one, else if one of the operand is long int and the other is unsigned int, then there are two possibilities. So the first one, if unsigned int can be converted to long int, the unsigned int operand will be converted as such and the result will be long int. So in given example, we have declared variable a as long int and b as unsigned int. So as per in first condition, if unsigned int can be converted to long int, the result will be long int. Else both operand will be converted to unsigned long int and the result will be unsigned long int. So if unsigned int is not converted into long int, then the second condition, that is both the operands, that is a as well as b, will be converted to unsigned long int and the result will be unsigned long int. So the sixth rule is, else if one of the operand is long int, the other will be converted to long int and the result will be long int. So in given example, we have declared variable a as long int and variable b as int. So after calculation, that is a plus b, the answer will be saved in long int. The seventh one, else if one of the operand is unsigned int, the other will be converted to unsigned int and the result will be unsigned int. So in given example, a is declared as unsigned int and b as short. So because unsigned int is present, that means a plus b, the result will be in the unsigned int. The final result of an expression is converted to the type of the variable on the left of the assignment sign before assigning the value of it. However, the following changes are introduced during the final assignment. First one, float to int causes truncation of the fractional part. So if we are converting float into integer, we will lose the fractional part. Double to float causes rounding of digits. And the third one, long int to int causes dropping of the excess higher order bits. We know how C performs type conversion automatically. However, there are instances when we want to force a type conversion in a way that is different from automatic conversion. For example, the calculation of ratio of females to males in a particular city. So the statement will be ratio equal to female divided by male number. Here female number and male number are integer type. Since female number and male number are declared as integer, in this statement the decimal part of the result of division would be lost and ratio would represent a wrong figure. This problem can be solved by converting locally one of the variable to the floating point as given here. So ratio equal to, in bracket, float, then female number divided by male number. So if you see both these statements, in second statement we have just added in bracket float. The operator float converts the female number to floating point for the purpose of evaluation of the expression. Then using the rule of automatic conversion, the division is performed in floating point. Thus, we retain the fractional part of result. Note that in no way does the operator float affect the value of the variable female number, and also the type of female number remains as int in the other part of the program. The process of such a local conversion is known as explicit conversion or casting a value. The syntax for this is in bracket type name and then expression. Here type name is one of the standard C data types. The expression may be a constant, variable, or an expression. So now we will see some examples of cast and their actions. So first example, x equal to, in bracket, int 6.3. So if you see 6.3 is a floating number. So in this example we are basically converting this floating number into integer. So after executing this statement, the answer of x will be 6. Next, a equal to, in bracket, int 15.7 divided by, again in bracket, int 3.2. So in this case, first 15.7 is converted into integer, that is 15. Next, again 3.2 will be converted in integer data type, that is 3. So after converting both the values in integer, 15 divided by 3, that is 5, and that answer will be saved in A. Next, B equal to, in bracket, double sum divided by n. So in this example, first sum is converted into double data type, and then that value will be divided by n, and whatever the answer will be, it will be stored in B. Next, y equal to, in bracket, int, and then in bracket a plus b. So in this example, first a plus b is added, and then that answer will be converted into the integer type. Next, z equal to, int a plus b. So in this example, first the value of a will be converted into integer, and that value will be added to b.